This past weekend, MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell did an interview with right-wing broadcaster Mike Gallagher, where Lindell told the story of how the FBI found him and served him with his, warrant where they took his phone in the drive-thru of a Hardee's, was it a year, maybe even 2 years ago at this point, but it was 2022. So he's telling the story of how the FBI busted him as he's waiting in the Hardee's drive-thru. And he said that he asked the FBI agents to arrest him for January 6th. Even though, as Lindell freely admits, he was not a part of the Capitol riot. He wasn't even there on January 6th. But the FBI agents are standing there like, hey, man, we have to confiscate your cell phone. And he's like, take me to jail for the Capitol riot. Here's what Mike Lindell had to say. So we pull over and he goes, we're not here to arrest you. We're going to ask you some questions. Well, I wanted to get arrested. I kept going, no, you arrest me. I want to go to the January 6th. I said, well, I told them I want to go, even though I wasn't on January 6th. I want to go there and speak out what I know and everything, right? And so here I am telling them I want to get arrested. I preached, I talked to them about God in my book. I mean, I kept them there for 2 hours, Now, what I love about that is not only are these just not even complete sentences most of the time. He's like, I want to go on January 6th. What does that mean? It's not a tangible thing. You can't be on January 6th in the past. Like if you say you're going to do something on, July 4th, yes, you would say on July 4th. But once July 4th happened, you can't say, I want to be on July 4th. This man, I know I talk a lot about Donald Trump having cognitive issues, Biden's getting older and he's slipping, Mitch McConnell freezing up. None of them can hold a candle to whatever the hell is going on in Mike Lindell's brain. That is just absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't know how else to describe it without just getting mean. But this isn't normal. This is not normal behavior. These are not normal things to say. Now, I don't know, because I was not at that Hardee's in Minnesota. I don't know if he actually did say those things to the FBI agents. But I do know that he says he said those things during an interview just a few days ago. And even saying them, whether they're true or not, that alone is crazy. And yet this guy was also he gave a speech at the Turning Point Conference, said he was given God's plan to somehow deputize MAGA supporters during the election day this year. None of this makes any sense. And yet this guy is heralded as a hero among the right. The Biden campaign a year or so ago said they were going to make Marjorie Taylor Greene the face of the Republican Party. And they've done a good job with that. But I think maybe it's time to make two faces of the Republican Party. You have your crazy Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? The anger, weird, just crazy lady. But maybe you ought to start hyping up Mike Lindell a little bit as the new spokesman for the MAGA group. Because this guy is absolutely off his rocker. And Republicans do think he's a hero. So, Biden campaign, you may want to start highlighting this and letting Republicans know that, hey, you vote Republican, this is the weirdo that you're standing with. Let's see how voters like that comparison.